Dnešný podcast ti prináša Technická univerzita vo Zvolene. Zvolenská technická univerzita je na Slovensku jedinečná vďaka svojmu zameraniu na les, drevo a ekológiu, no svoje si tam nájdeš, aj keď ťa zaujíma strojárstvo, ochrana pred požiarmi, dizajn alebo ekonómia. Štúdium je zároveň úzko prepojené s praxou a tak si získané skúsenosti môžeš vyskúšať priamo v teréne. Vo Zvolene sa nachádza univerzitný kampus s možnosťami ubytovania aj stravovania, ale hlavne moderné učebne a špecializované laboratória. Poloha mesta priamo v strede Slovenska zase poskytuje skvelé možnosti pre fanúšikov outdoorových aktivít. Jednoducho na Technickej univerzite vo Zvolene môžeš študovať priamo v objatí prírody. Viac o takmer 20 študijných programov i prihláškach sa dozvieš na stránke tuzvo.sk. Ešte raz, viac info nájdeš na tuzvo.sk.
The importance of reading books. In the past, books entertained and educated us, together with art and music. And today they continue to do so. The internet, or mobile phones, weren't available back then, and those who were able to read could shorten their evenings by reading books. Of course, many people do this these days as well. If you're not a fan of books, or even if you are, listen to us carefully because they will be the subject of our topic today. Welcome and enjoy. Reading books might be categorized as a leisure time hobby. What else could be associated with books apart from hobbies? Do you imagine education and endless moments with your workbooks? Yes, books are also part of our education, without which we would be lost. Maybe it sounds boring, but books are irreplaceable assistants and helpers in every situation. Reading books is an amazing pastime which helps us relax and gives us many other benefits. Why is reading such a popular and recommended activity? Reading increases your vocabulary, which makes writing essays and other literary works much easier. It also lowers stress levels when you delve into a fantasy world where no one interrupts your imagination. By turning off the real world around you, you make space for relaxation and happiness to come and drive your depression and bad mood away. Your blood pressure is lower, and your brain is exercised, which is perfect prevention against Alzheimer's disease in the future. Reading prolongs your lifespan and brings you joy, enjoyment, and emotional sensations. It is a passive activity, but it's an irreplaceable friend, providing us with both education and fun. Reading books is simple and affordable. Even though it is time-consuming, you can do it whenever and wherever you want. There are no limits for reading, and even if you read for just 10 minutes a day, it enriches your life that one extra bit. You can read while having breakfast, before sleeping at night, while waiting for an appointment, or passing the time spent on a bus stuck in a traffic jam. Where can you get books from? Books can be borrowed from the library, where you have to pay a membership fee once a year. This fee is usually low, only 2 to 5 euros. Libraries offer the choice of millions of titles, so you will never leave the library without a book. They usually lend books for 1 month, and after that, you have to either return the books or prolong the period. If you completely forget to return your books, brace yourself and your wallet for paying the fine. Bookshops with their shelves packed full of books tempt you to buy more and more books to create your own library at home. Books are quite expensive. The minimum price is about 10 euros, but books are well worth buying. If you prefer a less expensive alternative, second-hand books are a good solution to getting the same experience for less money. Friends are also good sources of books, but be careful. Books are precious. If you lend a book to someone, make sure that your friend returns the book in its original state. Why are book lovers so obsessed with possessing books? The material, pages, scent, and cover all come together to make a perfect book. Another reading option is online ebooks, but you must be aware of the fact that all the previously mentioned elements are absent in ebooks. Book readers or e-readers, on which you can read e-books, are small and light and fit into a small bag, too. Make sure that the book reader has a full battery, even though their battery life is about 1 month, and you can enjoy your reading and leave for an imaginary world. Classics like Jane Austen or F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby are available online as well as in the public domain. These books are available for free, ready to be read by their fans. Fans of books have different nicknames like bookworms or book dragons. If you're a teenager, these nicknames might seem offensive and mean, but adults understand that in reality they are a compliment. Some people think that reading is boring and a waste of time, but the opposite is true. Reading supports the development of the imagination, which we need to develop from childhood. Kids should read to practice their reading comprehension skills, which are a real necessity in modern life. Reading helps to lengthen your attention span and improves the reading skills of children who suffer from dyslexia. Stories describe the world from different perspectives, which can help us look at our lives from a different angle. The world of books, which typically has us experiencing various emotions and feelings, can lead us to make decisions, reevaluate our behavior, and understand the true values in life. Writers offer us an escape to unknown countries and places where we as readers decide what it will look like. Writers make a huge effort to write books. The process is time-consuming and requires a big dose of creativity. Ideas for the plot don't usually come immediately, even though writers must often write the books with a deadline for submitting a manuscript. What reward do writers receive? Readers' interest, successful sales, and literary awards are a clear indication of the level and professionality of authors. The highest quality literary works are rewarded by the most prestigious Nobel Prize for Literature. Such writers are Ernest Hemingway, Jean-Paul Sartre for The Wall, Kazuo Ishiguro for his book The Remains of the Day, or Svetlana Alexievich for Second-Hand Time. Talented writers with a special writing style deserve the highest respect and admiration. Books are divided into fiction and nonfiction books. Fiction includes 2 categories, poetry and prose, which groups together many genres such as fantasy, sci-fi, romantic novels, horror, drama, or crime novels. Nonfiction books are informative and provide us with information and are full of facts and wisdom. Such genres are textbooks, autobiographies, biographies, encyclopedias, or travelogues. Choose any genre close to your heart and get lost in an indescribable kingdom of plots and facts. Nowadays, older generations claim that young people read less than they did. Yes, children read less, and they are more interested in the online world, but people all over the world still express their desire to read books. New ones come out quite often, and bookshops are crowded, even on ordinary days, not only before Christmas. Sometimes you might find it difficult to choose just one, and you suddenly realize that you're standing by the cash register with tons of books. Dear listeners, we have concluded the advantages of books, and to be honest, there are no disadvantages. Well, okay, maybe one. Traditional books are less ecological, but their lifespan is endless when they are in good hands. If you want to know something more about books, carry on listening. Reading books is great for learning foreign languages. Whether you are reading books in your mother tongue or in a foreign language, you are guaranteed to learn some new vocabulary. New expressions, sayings, proverbs, and phrases can enrich your verbal expression and communication. Some books are published in bilingual editions, with one page in the foreign language and the other in your mother tongue. This method provides you with a complete translation in case you don't understand. Simplified classics are a good start for learning a language. At the beginning, reading can be frustrating when you see unknown words in a strange context. But just understand that careful reading and getting the overall idea of the story are the most important factors. Trying to understand each word is pointless. The context and the concrete situation provide you with the information you need to move forward. Dictionaries and internet translators help you to understand these new expressions, but we recommend you reach for the dictionary only in an emergency. If you don't want to read a book in its original language, lots of books are translated into several world languages. Many books are translated into Slovak as well, even though readers complain about the translation. It is important to remember that every language is different, and not everything can be translated precisely from word to word. Translators sometimes have to adjust the translation to a particular language while trying their best to retain the authenticity of the literary work. Translating fiction is a form of art, with artistic expression and imagination playing a significant role in describing scenes magically and meaningfully. The job of a translator is certainly not easy. They are usually under big pressure from the publishers, and their translations must be ready within a few months so that it can be edited and published. Pressure might lead to a certain loss of creativity and a sloppy job. Dear listeners, next time you read a book in Slovak, try to think about the job of the translators and what is necessary for such a translation. One more piece of advice. Don't judge a book by its cover. This saying might be taken literally. Sometimes you don't expect much from a book, but eventually it surprises you. Books are incredibly important, and they have the potential to develop each person's intellect. Value books and read as much as you can. Thank you very much for listening, and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and write a comment on YouTube. We hope you listen to us again soon.